sagot sa ating mga pangarap. Dito na, tayo sama-sama sa Talents Academy. Mga talento ipakita, sa entablado sama-sama sa Talents Academy. Pangarap mo'y maaabot na, dream, shine, and be a star. Iisa ang ating pangarap at layunin, lahat ay gagawin upang ito'y makamit din. Eto na, ang sagot sa ating mga pangarap. Dito na, tayo sama-sama sa Talents Academy. Mga talento ipakita, sa entablado sama-sama sa Talents Academy. Pangarap mo maaabot na, dream, shine, and be a star. Pangarap at layunin, lahat ay gagawin upang ito'y makamit din. Dream, shine, and be a star.
Ang bayan kong Pilipinas, lupain ng ginto't bulaklak, pag-ibig na sa kanyang palad, nag-alay ng ganda't dilag. At sa kanyang yumi at ganda, dayuhan ay nahalina. Bayan ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa. Ibon mang may layang lumipad, kulungin mo at umiiyak. Bayan pa kayang sakdal sila, ang di magnasang makaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, pugad ng luha at dalita, aking adhika, makita kang sakdal laya. Sakdal sila, ang di magnasang makaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, pugad ng luha at dalita, aking adhika, makita kang sakdal laya.
In 1521, the Spanish reached the archipelago through the expedition around the world led by Portuguese-born Spanish explorer Ferdinand Magellan. reclaiming the islands he saw for the Spanish Empire. He established friendly relations with some of the local leaders and converted some of them to Roman Catholicism. Because the Philippines are a large archipelago, the Spaniards started to explore many islands. However, the explorer Ferdinand Magellan was killed during the Battle of Mactan against the local ruler Lapu-Lapu. Over the next several decades, other Spanish expeditions were dispatched to the islands. In 1543, an expedition was led to the islands, naming them Philippines, in honor of Philip of Austria, who became Philip II of Spain on January 16, 1556. The name was then extended to the entire archipelago later on in the Spanish era. European colonization began in earnest when Spanish explorer Miguel López de Legazpi arrived from Mexico in 1565 and formed the first European settlements in Cebu. Through diplomatic and military annexation of some lands, incorporating local states including the Kingdom of Tondo, the Spaniards established Manila as the capital of the Spanish East Indies.
Magandang araw! Welcome to Talents Academy. I'm Nicole, and today we have a very special episode for you.
That is right, Ate Nicole. Hello everyone, I'm Dane, and we are here to celebrate a day that's very important to all Filipinos. Hi everyone, I'm Ayasha. Today, we are celebrating Philippines Independence Day, a day of freedom and pride for our beautiful country.
Hello, I'm Madison. This special day marks the moment when the Philippines became an independent nation, free from colonial rule.
Hi, I'm Cara. Philippine Independence Day is celebrated every year on June 12. And it's a day filled with history, culture, and national pride. I'm Anika. On this day, we remember the bravery and sacrifices of our hero who fought for our country's freedom. And I'm Isabel. We'll be sharing stories and fun facts about the Philippines and its journey to independence.
So sit back, relax, and join us as we celebrate Philippine Independence Day here on Talents Academy.
Filipinos will unite to commemorate the historic victories against colonizers by revisiting the struggles and triumphs through vibrant parades, somber ceremonies, and spirited culture festivals.
Sa Pilipinas na
1578, the Castilian War erupted between the Christian Spaniards and Muslim Bruneians over control of the Philippine archipelago. The Christian troops were so diverse due to generally being made up of people under the Spanish rule, including Native Americans, namely Aztecs, Mayans, and Incans, who were gathered and sent from Mexico and South America to be led by Spanish officers that had worked together with native Filipinos in military campaigns across Southeast Asia. The Muslim side was also very diverse though. They were supported by the Ottoman Empire, with their troops consisting of Malay warriors and expeditionary forces sent by the Ottomans, which included mainly Turks, Egyptians, Swahilis, Somalis, Indians, and others. The conflict ended with a status quo antebellum. Just 20 years after the conquest of Luzon, remarkable progress existed in the work of colonization of the islands and the spread of Christianity. A cathedral was built in the city of Manila with an episcopal palace. Other monasteries and churches were built across islands, and more people started to convert to Christianity. Furthermore, Spanish and Mexican families settled in the new lands, creating stronger communities. Much of the archipelago came under Spanish rule, creating the first unified political structure known as the Philippines. Spanish colonial rule saw the introduction of Christianity, the code of law, and the oldest modern university in Asia. The Philippines was ruled by the Mexico-based Viceroyalty of New Spain, and after, the colony was directly governed by Spain.
It's a time to remember our history and celebrate the freedom that we enjoy today.
Thanks to the bravery of our ancestors.
Through these celebrations, we honor the spirit of kalayaan, kinabukasan, kasaysayan, which means freedom, future history. We reflect on our past, celebrate our present, and look forward to a future. Each year, Independence Day reminds us of the resilience and strength of the Filipino people.
The Philippines, consisting of more than 7,000 separate islands in the Western Pacific, declared independence from Spanish rule over 120 years ago.
General Emilio Aguinaldo was responsible for making this claim, but it wasn't until 1962 that then-President Diosdado Macapagal made it a public holiday.
Through a presidential proclamation, the Filipino flag was unfurled for the first time on this day, June 12, 1898, at an inspiring celebration.
Tourism also makes a large impact on the Philippine economy,
showcasing our beautiful island and rich culture to the world.
It's a day of national pride, where every Filipino stands tall, honoring and heritage and culture.
Many of the local people revolted in the next centuries due to some abuses made by the Spanish authorities. Their rule ended after the American-Spanish War at the end of the 19th century in 1898. The Philippines became a territory of the United States. The United States then established the insular government to rule the Philippines. In 1907, the elected assembly was set up with popular elections. The U.S. promised independence in the Jones Act to the country, and the Philippine Commonwealth was established in 1935 as a 10-year interim step period to full independence. But before gaining total freedom, in 1942, during World War II, the Philippines was occupied by Japanese forces. By 1945, the U.S. liberated the Philippines, and the Treaty of Manila in 1946 established an independent Philippine Republic. The period of their independence was marked by internal skirmishes and a smaller period of dictatorship, but also huge progress and development, with Manuel Roxas becoming the first president of the Independent Republic of the Philippines.
For over 300 years, the Philippines was a Spanish colony named after the King Philip II of Spain. It all began in 1521 when Ferdinand Magellan landed on the Philippine Islands and claimed them for Spain.
Magellan wanted all the local chiefs to submit the Spanish rule, but one of them, named Lapu-Lapu, refused. Magellan attempted to crush Lapu-Lapu, but he failed and was killed in the Battle of Mactan. Years later, in 1565, Miguel Lopez de Legazpi led an expedition that finally gave the Spaniards a foothold in the Philippines. They built the city of Intramuros in 1571, which was later renamed Manila and became the capital. Under Spanish rule, a feudal system was established, with large estates owned by the Spanish and Filipino working as laborers. The Spanish years brought some prosperity, but their rule was largely uneventful until the mid-1700s.
In 1762, everything changed when the British captured Manila. However, under the terms of the Treaty of Paris signed in 1763, the city was handed back to the Spanish in 1764, and Spanish rule continued.
The history of the Philippines is rich and complex, filled with stories, resistance, resilience, and eventually triumph. An author who wrote two influential novels, El Filibusterismo and Noli Me Tangere.
In 1892, Jose Rizal founded a movement called Liga Filipina, which called for reform.
Parallel to this, a more extreme organization was formed by Andres Bonifacio called the Katipunan.
A revolution started in August 1896, leading to a major shift in the fight for independence.
His execution only inflamed Filipino opinion and fueled the revolution further.
Next, the war between Spain and the U.S. began in 1898. The Spanish fleet was defeated by the Americans in Manila Bay on April 30, 1898. Seizing opportunity, Filipino revolutionaries surrounded Manila. Their leader, Emilio Aguinaldo, declared the Philippines independent on June 12, 1898.
Making a new chapter in the Philippines history.
This period was crucial in shaping the nation's identity. It was a time of great turmoil and bravery, with heroes like Rizal and Bonifacio paving the way for future generations. Despite the challenges, the spirit of nationalism continued to burn bright in the hearts of Filipinos. Now let us talk about the 20th century, a period of significant change and development for the Philippines.
Many American teachers were sent to the Philippines, which significantly increased the literacy rate.
On December 10, 1941, Japan invaded the Philippines and captured Manila. The entire country fell under Japanese control.
As we wrap up our special episode, let's remember the incredible journey our nation has taken to achieve the freedom we celebrate today. The bravery, resilience, and the determination of our ancestors have paved the way for the independence we enjoy. It's a time to honor our heroes, cherish our heritage, and look forward to a bright future. Every June 12, we come together as one nation to celebrate our independence and the rich history that defines us.
May we continue to uphold the values of courage, unity, and patriotism that our forefathers fought for.
And as we celebrate, let us commit ourselves to building a better, stronger Philippines for the generations to come.
Thank you for joining us on the special Independence Day episode of Talents Academy. Happy Independence Day, Philippines! Mabuhay! Happy Independence Day!
Happy Independence Day!
The United States seceded its sovereignty over the Philippines on July 4th, 1946, as scheduled. However, the Philippine economy remained highly dependent on United States markets. Roxas died suddenly of a heart attack in April 1948, and the Vice President Elpidio Quirino ruled the country until 1953. Some communist partisans existed in the islands, but were defeated in the 50s. Additionally, an important event happened in the middle of the 1960s. Ferdinand Marcos took power in 1965 and ruled until 1986. This era included the final years of the Third Republic from 1965 to 1972, and the Philippines under martial law 1972 to 1981. His reign was marked by dictatorship and instability. In 1986, Ferdinand Marcos was removed from power and replaced by Maria Corazon Aquino. Up to the present day, 5 other presidents ruled the Philippines.